Wow, that is cool.
I always wanted a truck like this.
Right.
So I drew it, and now I built it. There's nothing like the feeling of dragging something home from the weeds and building something that looks like this.
Yeah. Let's see if she'll rock a little. Wow, I love this.
Long time no see. Happy birthday! Oh my God! Look at
Good looking truck, Boo.
Oh my God! So we got the carpet in, gauges, new steering wheel, deluxe heater controls. All the holes are plugged on the dash. New headliner. Does this one pass inspection, honey? Introduce you to Aunt Jamie to an American hero. You got it. Peace out.
Buffalo. Buffalo. Buffalo.
Boy, he looked good when he was wet, didn't he? You know what? I think he's gonna wet.
He looks really good with a Teletubby in front of him.
With a what? With a what in front of him? Are you okay? Hey, you're on film right now, you know. A what? What?
You look like a Teletubby.
I have both hands. If I were out in the field working on...
Oh, I love you.
Here's my sign, I mean.
I
This is Walmart. Quit that. We're family friendly.
I know, but I'm gonna pee my pants.
Classic Truck Rescue. It's a beautiful spring day out on the Classic Truck Ranch, folks. And tomorrow it's supposed to reach 82 degrees. Great time of year. Time for getting a lot done. I've been doing a lot of cleaning and organizing out here. We just started this week taking the cows over to the neighbors. The neighbors have an adjoining pasture that they don't need, and they like to keep it mowed down, so they let us put our cows over there in the springtime, and we should get 2 opportunities to utilize that field this year, because last year we didn't start till late. This year the plan is to let them munch it all down, and then it'll regrow. We're gonna fence the front pasture this year, so we should have good grass for the cows until winter. I'll show you what I've done over in the building, although I've probably already shown you in a video. 3-seaters rest area done. The auxiliary lumber yard, yeah, and over here I got everything cleared out, and then I did my dirt work up against the wall over there, pulled the Lincoln out, got it running, got all of its fluids topped off, got the 59 Chevy Fleet Side short fed Napco V8 4-wheel drive running good. Got Boomer uncovered so that he can air out. If he's under a dry roof, he doesn't need to be wrapped up like a cocoon. Now I have room to bring some more stuff in. I need to organize this little junk pile right here in the middle. I'm gonna put all the engines in one spot, doors in one spot, hoods, etc. I don't think that's where my farm implements are gonna stay. I think I'll find a better spot for those, because I need access to the lumber, because I'm going to start working on the house. Let's go see those cows. Tom and Terry Roush brought him over a back scratcher. We'll get that installed pretty soon. All the dirt work's done out here on at the base of the building. All the way down. Sorry, bunnies. Sorry about that, bunnies. Oh, sorry, bunny. We got lots of bunnies, folks. Don't even have to give him treats in the morning. Well, I sneak Jet a little bit because he's smarter than the cows. He knows. But all they want is all of that lush green grass, and they go over there and just eat and eat and eat. That's what they do, folks. They eat. This is a temporary thing I put up just because I still have some metal in those weeds over there for the walls on the barn. You gotta prioritize things around here, and right now the house takes priority. Look at Jet, you can't hold him back. You want that grass, don't you, buddy? But Jet, he's kind of smart. And then I have another temporary little, I got to bring some dirt in here. This happens every winter. Jet just makes, I don't know, I guess if what do I put here? Sand? I know I can't put rock there, it'll get caught in his hooves. But I bring dirt in here and get it all flat, but it just keeps happening. He makes divots. He makes divots. The cows have shifted this post over a little on me. There we go. And that keeps the cows from going through here and going to Jet's pasture, although I don't know why they would. Jet keeps that mowed pretty darn short. Theirs is pretty short too, but Jet's a little more thorough than the cows. Look out, buddy. Go out there, because I'm gonna let the cows out. Jet, you got to go out there. Go out there. Okay, come on. Come on, cows. Come on. Jet, come on. Moo. Go out there and eat, buddy. Moo. I guess I'll just leave them to it. If I leave, the next thing that's going to be on their mind is grass. Yeah. Once they don't have me to think about, they go straight for that grass. But they'll sit out there and just eat all day long. Hey, bunny. Bunnies everywhere. Everywhere. Well, I guess my next priority is to get back to work on that mess. I call it the block. It's gotta go. I'm gonna do an update. About a month and a half ago, seems like it anyways, I told you I was going to clean up what's left in my shop in a box and what I call the block. I've been cleaning it up, but you have to do things in the right order. There was a lot of big stuff in there that needed to be put in the big building. Problem was, the big building was full of just unorganized piles of stuff. I mean, I got a roof on the property. I had a dry spot to put stuff. I put stuff there, including the Trans Am, sections of the house that we cut out. It was just a jumble right in the middle, and I didn't want to start just piling stuff onto the jumble. So I had to pull everything out till I could get to the walls. And I'm just going to show you what I've been doing in clips. So after I got everything out, I had to bring in dirt and build it up to that baseboard there, which is actually the level where the floor is going to be one day in here. But a floor is not in the budget right now. We have to move forward on the house. This can wait. The roof's on it. The building's in good shape. We got to get the last wall on it, but that's not a 911, and the floor's not a 911. The reason I needed to bring the dirt in is there used to be up to 1.5 foot gap between the bottom of the wall and the ground. And over there, the gap was even bigger, but I did bring in dirt before I put those shelves up. Industrial shelving. Anyway, so I brought in the dirt, brought it up to that level on the inside, packed it, went down the line with a shovel and got it pretty even as far as the baseboard. Then I went outside and I had strategically located a big dirt pile straight ahead over there. And it was close enough and it was enough dirt to do this, do the outside down that wall, and do the whole outside down this wall. And I believe I still have to go down the outside wall with a shovel and make it level with the bottom of the metal. With all the dirt work done and no gaps between the walls and the floor, I was able to bring some more stuff in here. I put another pallet right there, and again, stuff like that was just laying in a pile, jumbled with an engine and a, you know, stump grinder and stuff like that. I like this better because I've got all my tractor attachments are in one spot, all the lumber's in one spot. That's truck parts and just a little bit of stuff that we, you know, you have outside stuff when you live out in the woods. I put another rack in for hoods. I've got a short piece to put on the end of that one for more doors. I've got a lot more doors that are just laying around that I can go pick up now and put in here, and the hoods, get them organized. I got my Ram Jam 59 Chevy Apache Napco 4-wheel drive V8 short bed fleet side pickup fired up. All it needed was a battery. That truck actually runs and drives really good. I got to throw some brakes on it because it's a little sketchy when you're pulling into buildings and stuff and you got downhill. Boomer was in here all cattywampus, so I was able to get another vehicle in here just by straightening Boomer out, airing up his tires. Came over here to the Lincoln, which was a dirty mess, and got it fired up, checked all the fluids, topped everything off, got it fired up, took it over there, blew it off with the leaf blower. I didn't have the cover on it because the cover had gotten so dirty. I just moved it over here to Fernando. Well, even in here, if you have a nice car, you don't want to leave it uncovered because dust, birds doing nesting things up there and stuff like that. Oh, you did not. Yes, they did. Huh. I don't remember that being ripped like that. But my that just needs to be taped up right there. Those couple rips were right there. The insulation is doing really well on the building. We don't have any misses, and that's where you run a screw in and you don't hit the stud, and then water gets in there and you get a bulge in between some of your joists. And we don't have any of that going on. Thank you, Lord. Appreciate that. But it's in good shape. I blew it off with a leaf blower, then I pressure washed it, and then I gave it the hand scrubby dubby. It still needs to be buffed and waxed and everything, but it's in pretty good shape. Ran like a top for me, drove really well. So that's done. I now have room for the big stuff This was one of the big hurdles. This was in the shop in a box along with that cabinet we walked by. And to be honest with you, that was a mental hurdle I had to get over, because Young can barely pick this up. I've got a trick I can do where if I get something too heavy on the forks, I can rock the tractor back and forth. And as you do that, when you're going back and you stop, the weight on the front goes up a little bit, and it allows the hydraulics to lift up just a hair, and then they stay whatever 2 or 3 inches you get. But I was only able to get that a few inches off the ground and drug it part of the way in here. But that was something that I was concerned I wasn't going to be able to move. It's moved now. That is actually a spot where it can stay. It's a big piece of equipment. You don't need it that often, but when I do need it, I can come out here and use it. And the thing that was really causing me grief was this cabinet right here, this metal tool cabinet. When we first got the property, I pulled this out of a utility van, like a bread truck, but with toolboxes in it. I pulled that out along with the original generator that we used to power everything when we first moved out here. It was in the shop in a box, and trust me, it does not look nearly as bad as it did yesterday. Maybe I'll splice in a picture of what this looked like. So that metal cabinet and that big press that I just showed you, we're sitting right here at the entrance to the shop in a box. And for a long time, we had all of the insulation for the building in big rolls piled up in the middle in here and just crammed everything around the outside. Well, I always kept that dry. That's why the insulation's still in good shape. I kept it covered inside as well as above. And this spot was closer to the entrance, and the entrance was always getting messed up. So the drawers inside that toolbox started filling up with water. Oh, there was it turned into a mess. And to be honest with you, I just did one of those things where you block it out and pretend it doesn't exist. And there were tools in there, there were materials. But I had the trailer over here, and the trailer had a clamshell cover over it, so I just started using that for my toolbox and kind of gave up and pretended that that metal toolbox did not exist right there. I got in yesterday, filled up a whole garbage can of what was inside of it. It's a pretty cool box. When it was new, I enjoyed it, because it holds a lot of stuff. It's super sturdy. You can beat the heck out of something on top of it. But some of the tracks froze up. There was a jar of Vaseline in this drawer, the one with 0 rust on it. Oh, nice blade. Don't want to cut myself with that. I cleaned all the Vaseline out of it. Don't want to have these tire poppers laying around. I'll give these all a really good look, but what I'm getting ready to do is spray them all down and the cabinet with degreaser, and then I'm going to lube up all the tracks before I put the drawers back in. Something that's been causing me grief with this thing since I got it was it's got all these outlets and switches on it, and I got to put this somewhere. That looks like a good spot right there. Anyway, it's got all these wires, outlets, receptacles, switches and stuff on it, and I've always thought, well, I need to leave those there because I can incorporate them somehow. The best way to incorporate those is to take them off and take the wire off, and then just have receptacles and switches that you can use when you have a need for them, instead of trying to invent a use for it. I've got plenty of outlets in there where this is going. The only drawback to having this inside the RoadHouse Garage is this metal back sticks up quite a ways. I want this to go right here. It won't fit under that with the metal on there. And also I'll be blocking outlets. It's going to go like right here. It's going to go from here to the end there. And then my big toolbox will be on this side. I'll leave this open for putting things like jack stands, my welding tanks, stuff like that. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get rid of all this nonsense and put it in a box that says electrical stuff, because that's what it is. And then I'm going to cut this probably just 2 or 3 inches from the top of the work surface all the way across. And then I might put a 2x6 right here as a backsplash, a little ledge I can put stuff on. And then that will leave, it'll leave that outlet exposed, and it'll also leave the wood exposed where I can put nails to hang tools or whatever. So that's where I'm at. Maybe I'll bring you back when I've got this all cleaned up and installed. But to be honest with you, that's the reason I haven't been doing a lot of uploads. I need to get to work on the house. But this mess has got to go. It took me 10 years to make this mess, folks. And it wasn't like, it wasn't out of carelessness. It was out of necessity. I had no place to put anything out here. We didn't have the building. We didn't have the RoadHouse Garage. All we had was containers and tents. The tents are going. Now I've got room to put Tinker inside the big building, and both mine and Terry's Landshark Corvette projects. And I'm getting there, folks. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, and ding, click the notification bell. Peace out.